trauma bonds, they're exactly what they say they are. Traumatic bonds to the person. Even though they are so painful and so hard to get through, but they're not impossible. So here are 5 tips to help you move forward from a trauma bond. Watch the video. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So today's video, oh my gosh, this is really requested, especially that we've been talking about this a lot in my lives, the trauma bonds, how to get over it, what is it, how to get over it, like how do you know that you've got one? This is what I'm gonna be talking about in the video. This is gonna help you to move forward from one. It's not impossible. I know they're painful. I know that you are suffering right now, but they're not impossible to move forward from. Okay, so the trauma bond, basically it is what it says on the tin. These are traumatic bonds to someone who is very toxic. And did you know that only if you are in a toxic relationship will you have a trauma bond to that person? Yes, my friends, it is the only way that it happens. Okay, so what you need to realize is that these are attachments or bonds that you have to this person via trauma. So this person has traumatized you and led you to believe and think a certain way, which is why you feel trauma bonded to this person. It is so hard because you can't stop thinking about them. You really are in so much pain and you really just want to reach out to them and say, hey, do you know what? I feel like this. But then you realize, and this is where the cognitive dissonance comes in. You realize that actually, do you know what? Those are the people that cause that trauma bond. Those are the ones that have caused this pain. Because what happens is you become quite attached to this person. And of course, you're in a relationship. Of course, you're going to feel like that. So what you want to do is talk to them. You want to tell them everything, how you're feeling. And so this is why this happens. This is why you feel like you cannot move from this. Like you feel actually like so stuck, like almost paralyzed in this moment, paralyzed in the fact that you're not going to be able to move forward from this. So my friends, the first thing that you need to remember is you need to educate yourself and understand that you are in something called a trauma bond. It is an attachment to someone who is toxic. You have been emotionally abused by this person, which has caused you to feel like this. Now, you really have to understand the intensity of that statement. You have been emotionally abused. You have been abused. This person did not have your best interests at heart. They did this because this is who they are. This is what they do to people. It's not just you. It's not just you that they're doing this to. They're doing it to other people. This is their way of bonding to someone. Basically, you become like an emotional slave to this person. That's what this is about. They're not going to treat the new supply, if they've moved on, they're not going to treat the new person any different to the way they have treated you. They are going to be doing exactly the same thing. And they do this because they want to trap you. They don't want you to go away. They trap you. They trap you by idealizing you, obsessing over you, putting you on a pedestal right at the beginning of this relationship. Only to find that when they have got you, meaning when you reciprocate that emotion, when you reciprocate that behavior, they've got you. They have got you. They have got you trapped. So that's when they start being themselves, because they think that you accept them the way that they are. And so now they can be whoever they want to be. And these are people who don't have a sense of self. They don't know who they are. This is why they mirror you. This is why they pretend to be someone that you want them to be. These people really are damaged inside because of whatever trauma they have gone through. They can't bond to someone in a healthy way. They can't attach to you in a healthy way. So anything that they have gone through in their childhood, which is how their parents were to them, they are going to be doing exactly the same thing. They're going to be testing you. They're going to be constantly on your case. They're going to be telling you what an awful person you are so that you have to fix you because they are perfect. And this is this big exterior, this defense mechanism that they have built, that they are actually doing this because this is what they have learned through childhood. This is not going to change. The fact that you are in this trauma bond, you have to understand that this person is toxic. This is your experience. This is what's happened. This is going to help you to move forward, because you're going to understand that the issue isn't you. The issue is that just because you did this or did that, or you could have done things differently, doesn't mean there would have been a different outcome. The outcome was always going to be the same, that this relationship was going to end. Even though you were led to believe that this was forever, this was going to be the most amazing, amazing relationship, and this was your soulmate. No, that's not what's happening here. This is a lie, it's an illusion. They told you what you wanted to hear. The second thing, guys, the second things that I would say to you is you need to start, okay, instead of blaming yourself, stop that self-blame, because that is not going to get you anywhere. You need to see the reality of the situation. So what I would say to you is get 2 sheets of paper. On one piece of paper, I want you to write down all the wonderful things about this person, like everything, you know, everything that they have ever said, ever done, like the places you've gone, the experiences that you have had. And on the second piece of paper, I want you to write down the truth, the reality, who this person is, how they made you feel, what's going on for you now. All right, and take your time doing this. Take your time. Don't rush this. Take a few days, a few weeks, because this has got to be detailed. Now, every time that you romanticize about this person, every time you wish that you want to contact them or you want to reply to their contact, read that list that's got the truth on it, because that is going to help you to understand that this person is this what they have done to you. The third thing is you need to start to talk about these experiences. You can't keep them in, because this is going to keep, you know, you in your head, and this is the worst thing for it. So what you need to do is you need to either speak to a professional, someone who understands, or maybe a loved one, family members or friends who are willing to listen and help you get through this. The fourth thing I would say is you need to calm your nervous system, okay? Because your nervous system is overstimulated, which means that your adrenal system is also overstimulated. So what you need to remember is you need to do things that are going to help you, like alternative therapies, like massage, like maybe Reiki, acupuncture. Go out into nature, like absorb that natural energy, the natural sounds, because you need to calm your nervous system, okay? And the fifth thing that I would say is you need to start looking after yourself, all right? You really need to start looking after yourself, because actually you're not going to heal any other way. Because if you're constantly thinking about them, you're constantly thinking, oh my God, like, why did this happen? You are taking time and energy away from yourself. You need to really start thinking about and putting your health first. You need to eat properly. You need to sleep. All right, you need to be eating alkaline-based foods, which is a lot of green vegetables, because there's a lot of cortisol within your body because of this fight or flight. And because there's been longer sustained periods of that fight or flight within your body, there's a lot of cortisol and adrenaline that has been produced, which prevents you from sleeping, eating properly, making like rational judgments, because this all gets affected. Your whole system gets affected, and this is why your nervous system and your adrenal system is the way that it is. So it needs to calm down. You need to bring it to some sort of stable foundational level, because actually if you stay in this for longer, like I mean with the cortisol and the adrenaline, you know, this has real bad health effects on you. You might not feel them now, but you will later on. So this is something that you really need to think about. Look, there was no way that you were going to change the situation, right? This was always going to happen. This person is like this. Just because they're with someone new or they are not talking to you, they're not going to change, my friends. This is who they are. They don't change. This is them. So the quicker or the sooner that you realize that this person is like this, and stop communicating, maybe go no contact or go limited contact if you're not able to go no contact. Do this in stages, because I know that this can't happen just straight away. Just do this in stages, all right? And you will get through it. Think about these 5 things that I've talked about in this video to help you move forward, you know, from this trauma bond. I know that they are not easy, and I know that they like literally hold you hostage, but it doesn't mean that you can't move forward from it. It doesn't mean that that's it, your life is over. No, you've got to fight for you. You've got to fight for what is you, what is your life, all right? And you will get through this. This doesn't mean that your life is over. You've got to move forward. You are strong enough and resilient enough. You're going to get through this, okay? You've got this. If you are someone that is going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. Second of all, I do have a mentorship program which is starting very soon. Again, check the description box below. And number 3, I've got the journal club. So if you are someone who is already engaged in therapy or you have got counseling going on, please know that this can work alongside that to help you kind of work through things at your own pace, and it's a great supportive community. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and I really hope that it has helped, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.